Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I counted my chickens before they hatched. Doing one more video today. You know why? If you thought it was because my schedule was slightly off and I did so well in previous videos that I had more time than I expected to record one more, you would be absolutely right, but it's my pleasure. Oh my god. Blank card. It's been showing up, I mean, on like 50% of our lost runs. Now, we got a long way to go, and it is literally useless right now. But it's not going to take much for blank card to... I mean, to say is going to save the run or win the run for us is a little presumptuous, but it could. It could. What I'm thinking right now is just, you know, stay cool. You know, you're playing as the Lost. You know, take a deep breath. It's not the Keeper. You don't have to be assuming that at any given moment an enemy could come out of the woodwork, say surprise, and blap you. What you do have to do is pay attention. It's not that bad. Blank card strength. We don't care about an arcade, so we'll buy a key so we can definitely get what we want early on the next floor. Probably a second secret room. Okay, we'll save our other bomb. And that's dangerous. But it is the Widow. So I had to get in my own head for a second there. I said to myself, yeah, you got hit early. But also, you're fighting the Widow. So don't freak out too much. Just use, you know, muscle memory. Oh, so good. And then get the heck out of town and then hydrate. Right now, panic is the most likely thing to end this streak. Especially like early on, sure, you can run into trouble. But with a blank card and strength, the bosses should not be too spooky. You never know. By the way, when did spooky become a word that we say again? There were like a few, you know, I said spooky when I was a kid, and you know, spooky was kind of like wholesome scariness. Then like, I felt like we started saying it, right, we can take both. I actually don't think we want to take both. And I know that you're thinking about like, dude, you're missing Tears upgrades and Ares and etc., etc. Yeah, but what if we get Leo on a room where we don't want it? That's what was going through my head right now. And anyway, it felt like there were like 15 years where we only said scary or freaky sometimes or creepy. Somehow, I think it started with, you know, irony, a little spooky, scary skeletons. And then, one way or the other, we just started being like, I don't know, dude, that movie's pretty spooky. Now it's like, it's back in the vernacular. We brought spooky back. We meant to bring sexy back. Yeah. Instead, we brought spooky back. We didn't know the power we held. Yo. Okay, rate of fire is beautiful. Of course, hello, little brimstone. Welcome to your requisite position as trip sitter on this run. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the show. We're going to move on. I'm not rushing these lost runs. The thing is, it's productive. Like, sincerely productive. There's no, in most situations, I don't think there's a good reason to go back and do more rooms once you've done the rooms that have already given you the most likely positive outcomes. Now, Doctor's Remote is very interesting. While holding that, if we choose to use our space bar, we teleport. I'll level with you. I actually think we definitely do take it. Obviously, this does negate the effect of blank card. With strength, at least. With other cards, it could help us. Or we could still get the benefit. You know, like if we had blank card Hierophant, for example, it would still leave 2 Spirit Hearts. Now, that wouldn't do anything for us. Because we can't hold Spirit Hearts regardless in our present situation, but you get the idea. blank card plus something incredible is better than teleporting, but teleporting on a lost run is a very powerful effect. It's worth more than a stat up, that like we've got from strength right now. It's worth more than the stat up from the Empress. I don't think those are Empress and strength 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I like them both. If I didn't have anything, I'd be stoked if either of them showed up, but I think we should try to get something. It's only going to cost us bombs. We're looking for a 7-cent item. It's a shame we couldn't afford stopwatch. Not surprising, but a shame nonetheless. And nothing's on sale, but that's okay. It is okay. So we'll just keep moving on for now. Yeah, we got a pretty good setup here. Mostly, like, statistically, this run is really good right now. I love to see Little Brim. I love to see Blank Card. You know, beyond just being good. We're, I mean, to put it politely, very familiar with them recently. So, it's like I don't have to rebuild my thought process for Lost runs here. Just to, you know, stay in the game. But that's what I like about Lost runs, you know? You get a little... It's Isaac, but it's, like, slightly different parameters, which is why, you know, something like Doctor's Remote, it moves from being a trinket that, in my opinion, is actually, like, pretty much useless to something with a little bit of a situational edge. And I don't mean situation. Most of the time you talk about situational stuff in Isaac, you end up being like, well, if you got 18 different items that all fit the archetype, you could totally make it happen. It's like me playing Slay the Spire. But this time what I mean is, like, situationally, it's not going to give us an item. Situationally, this could keep us freaking alive, dude. We got to go for it. So for now, we're still, I mean, in a holding pattern, more or less. Good DPS, good stats in general. You know, on the light level, we could use some speed. Not mission critical, but would be nice. Obviously, that doesn't really help. Beyond speed, my 4th favorite Keanu Reeves film, and also a 9 out of 10 movie. I think what we would want is more defense of some... Really just a card is the big one. Hold on, we have 10 bombs. We should look for second secret room. You might be wondering, what are your favorite Keanu Reeves movies if speed is number 4? Look, I didn't really think about it before I said it, okay? It's a dangerous thing to do. But I'll tell you, my favorite Keanu Reeves movie might actually be John Wick 3. I think there's a lot that are pretty close, okay? The Matrix is obviously also in there. Only the first one. John Wick 2 and 1 are also in there. Then it would probably be Speed. Then it would probably be Point Break. I'll tell you, dude. I mean, he's got more than 6 good movies, but I mean, come on. He's got a lot of... Keanu Reeves, that's what I was saying in a recent episode, you know. When people talk about action heroes, I feel like they're still like... Or action actors, I feel like they're sort of still stuck in the 90s sometimes. Oh, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, those are the... Oh, that's real nice. You know, those are the big action stars. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yo, if we're talking, like, not box office necessarily, but critical acclaim, you gotta look to Keanu, my man. Speed, Point Break, The Matrix, and all 3 John Wicks are all classics. I stand by that. I don't feel like I'm in the minority on that one. Then, hold on, we should fish here. Then you got some stuff that, you know, some people are into, some people aren't. I don't really like Constantine. Some people like it. Yo, now we're talking. Alrighty. Interesting. Should try to Yera this, if this is Yera. Okay, now let's get rid of Doctor's Remote. But what is happening? So we got blank rune, Perthrope, Bercano, Degas, and 2 blank runes. I was gonna say, is Alensus? This is too much, dude. Okay. Black market would be amazing. We didn't get it. We definitely do not want that. It's a speed downgrade. We might want to re-roll it. So we have a problem right now. You might think that I'm super stoked to have what we have. And you wouldn't be completely wrong. But blank rune is very dangerous on a run like this because of his unreliability. I'm more nervous right now than I was before. We actually might want to go back and take Doctor's Remote. Let's see what this trinket is. Nah, that's not good at all. That's 2 Bercanos, I think. Because blank rune, I think it had 2 different effects. On some of those plays. So we're going to go back and take Doctor's Remote. I know it looks a little weird. It's strange, don't get me wrong. Where did I drop it? Did I drop it in the shop? I did drop it in the shop. That's right. Okay. So let's pick this up. Move along here. Now we have the ability to teleport. That doesn't mean we won't use blank rune. You know, we'll still press the spacebar on occasion perhaps, but I think we gotta be smart. Like for here, we should use blank rune quite often. We want to purge the Curse of the Blind before we see any items that we might regret taking. It's very strange. This is one of the stranger lost runs we've had on the streak so far. But there's no reason to think that this should be in danger, to be honest. So, try this. Okay, it's getting a little funky. Hagalaz and Yera. Please. Thank you. I don't know if we purged Degas, but we got a lot of interesting stuff going on. Again, I mean, I'll pick it up, but with Tarot Cloth, this blank rune, it seems like it's a press Q until you get tired sort of situation. Prefer to not get any more AWAs. I think I'm AWAS'd out for now. Alright, you know, or whatever. Sure, toss me a Yera on top of it. Here's what we're gonna do. See ya. I didn't need to go to this room at all. I just don't want to accidentally skip a floor. You know, the deal. Every resource on this floor could matter. It's not just deal with the devil. At the very minimum scenario, forget pills right now. Mental overhead's getting too high. We did not get a single Degas. Are you kidding me? At minimum, we're getting flies and spiders every time we choose to run the gauntlet here. I don't care, dude. Just send me. I do want the item, but I do want the Degas as well. Like, I'm stunned we haven't gotten it yet. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we can't purge it? Well, secret room items. Wait, that wasn't a secret room. That was a mob trap room? It's likely to be non-catastrophic. I think we should take it. If it's from a golden chest, yeah, let's do it. Well worth it, obviously. Now the item room with a reroll machine. That's got me scratching my head. Let's go peep the shop. Of course. What did I expect? So here's what you do. Pick this up. Create a nickel. Okay. Still. Spacebar. Yera, all this stuff, which is obviously huge. What's the card? Temperance. Nah. Not necessary. We're just hoping for some Yeras. We got them. Should wait for more, I guess. I don't believe. I don't believe that we can't have gotten the Gauze yet. I guess you can't get the Gauze out of a blank rune. That's the only explanation I can think of right now. I know I didn't take Doctor's Remote. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Okay? We'll take them both. Deals with the devil are rarely gonna screw us. Little delirium is not what we want. That's all I'm gonna say about that for now. It could become an enemy that explodes and hurts us. I think we just got dry, baby. It's also very good. It's the thinking man's run. Let's put it that way. And you know what? If I'm gonna go for every question mark, let's go for this one too. You know, I don't want this one. Give me whatever the reroll is. That's actually pretty solid. Occasional damage immunity, right? I think could help. We went to the crawl space. Don't get it twisted. Alright, so let's focus on the positive, of which there are honestly like many on this run. And they just got even more many. Hold on. Yo! Probably should have gone for the blank rune just to see if we can get a doubling out of it. Whoops. Okay, that could have been really bad. Having no blank card for a few rooms is an adequate price to pay for this. Oh, wait. Stop pressing the button, dummy. We could throw it. We might as well try it. Here, drop Doctor's Remote. What I was going to say is we got free access to the boss rush. Assuming we can make it. Excuse me, did you just say Dagaz? I'm afraid to tell you that that's impossible. You can't get Dagaz on a blank rune, so... I'm mighty confused about what you got going on there. Because certainly it couldn't be Dagaz. Because we attempted about, I don't know, 50 or 60 times to get a Dagaz on our previous floor, and it just didn't happen. So statistically I thought, it's real unlikely, or that's just variance. I still kind of don't buy it. Anyway, we should have Deal with the Devil access. This is the whole point of this tirade I'm going on. Not Deal with the Devil, boss rush. Sure, right, this time I had Doctor's Remote. So that's... You know, maybe I don't need whatever the reroll on that item would be. Maybe I'm better off just getting the heck out of town, getting to safety. Can't be trusted with the... I'm piloting a fast machine that keeps its motor clean here. Gotta be a little smarter. Dirty room, really? After all that? It's okay. Keep it moving. This is definitely a secret room. Well worth it, because now we know our shop is golden. And I think it's definitely well worth picking up as well. This bridges the gap, room between rooms, so I thought it was worth doing just to open up a path. Although there's no path upwards from there, so it's kind of a dead end. Everything's still hunky-dory. Because we can teleport, we should do this right off the bat. That's the one thing I'm confident of right now. Other things I'm confident of, watching to see what Delirium's doing, so that I don't accidentally blow myself up. Very good. Very good. I mean, not very good, but death's list, I looked at it for a second because I was like, does this summon exploding flies? No, it doesn't. Let's take, we're getting too into this, doctors, but then we can't teleport. That's a very good point. Sorry. We'll maybe take that when we leave. We wanted to be able to grab stuff in here, and this is well worth it. Alright, it's the strangest of strange runs right now. All I'll say is, I think there's a chance on that one. All I'll say, no. Things are chaotic enough right now. All I'll say is we don't use, it's not even called Doctor's Remote. Remote joystick, you know what I mean. We don't even, we never use this, so don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm trying to make it tick. It might not always be graceful, but I'm trying. It's one of the longer Lost runs we've had too. So I'll tell you, Shoop the Whoop is interesting. We're not gonna take it, but it is interesting. I don't know. See, the thing is, like, I think my Isaac sense is overriding my Lost sense. When I think about taking the fly, I don't think we should take it. I think we should embrace the chaos and recognize that the teleportation right now is like the #1 thing keeping us alive. Let me hydrate before things get real. Yes, it's frustrating to teleport when you don't want to, when you just forgot about this, the existence of broken joystick, remote joystick, whatever the heck it's even called in today's modern workaday world. However, it's also incredibly powerful. Did we get Death's List stat up for that? That's crazy town. Guppy item, please. Guppy, okay, not a guppy item, but you know what? If you wanted to, you could blank rune here. Try for a reroll. I'm not going to, because it scares me. But anyway, just be cool. This is one of those runs where I think just embrace the fact, you know, I would love to banter right now, but it's unlikely because 100% of my brain is just focused on staying alive. This is not a run where we need to double our money until we get to infinite cash, okay? Self, this is a run where it's so simple. All you gotta do is not be a dummy. When you get hit, press the space bar. Even if you get no other benefit out of blank rune, you at least get the benefit of the teleportation. I don't think it's worth leaving the floor. Not with Goat Head. Not one guppy item away. But now the pressure's on, because if I die on this floor, you know, it's 100% on me. As if it wasn't to begin with, but, you know. It's symbolic now, you know, it means more. And I'm fighting for weekend tranquility now, and that means a lot to me. What do I mean by weekend tranquility? It's an adult thing, okay? You know, like, it might not make sense, but if you're, you know, closing in on my age, or you've lived a responsible life, more responsible than I did when I was younger, you probably have the same compulsion within you. In order to truly relax as an adult, I need to do all my chores first. I need to be in a good place mentally. That's why when I wake up on my day off, what do? Shower, do the dishes, set my videos for the next day, you know, clean my office, something like that. Because I don't, as long as there's one thing left on the to-do list, I don't feel, this is a little scary, I don't feel like I can truly relax. That's why I've, like, you know, I could procrastinate on it. I'd be like, I don't need to set my videos 24 hours in advance. I could set them 8 hours in advance. Do it just before bed. Yeah, but then all day is going to be weighing on my mind. Right now, that's the same thing. My weekend tranquility philosophy right now, it's the simplest thing in the world. If I win this run, I'll go into the weekend feeling positive. I'll have completed 4 consecutive lost victories. Surprising. A little, at least. I'm stupid. Please let me go. I keep forgetting I've got Doctor's Remote. I also forgot that we have a Guppy's Collar, so we actually have a 50% chance to come back from the dead if we mess up. But I want to use Blank Rune because it could be per throw and could give us some very good stuff here. So, drop remote joystick. I'm fighting for my weekend right now. Let's do it. Hagalaz. And no second play. Coward. Down to the next floor. Everything's hunky-dory still. Nothing to worry about, but not quite as good as I would have liked. Whenever I say that, by the way, I don't say it as like a... Well, if you're... Sometimes people, based on what you say, they think you're insulting them by omission. It's not the case. It wasn't like that when I was younger. If I had something to do, you know, a Sunday night, I got a paper due on Monday, I could procrastinate. Now I just, it's like too catastrophic. Like, to procrastinate on doing something that needs to be done, it's like I'm robbing myself of the quiet enjoyment of my own time leading up to that. That's why, I used to think like my parents, they had it backwards, you know? It's your day off, why are you doing chores? And you're like, well, because if I don't do chores, I'm going to spend the whole day being like, my house is dirty, and then I won't be able to enjoy my day off, you know? It's the necessary maintenance you got to do to actually, you know, continue to enjoy life in the most tranquil way possible. You know what I mean? Now, mostly I didn't have to deal with that because when I was younger, if I didn't do my chores, my mom would just get sick of the dirt and she would do it for me. Okay, so we've accidentally gulped our trinket, which is going to create a very interesting dynamic here, but I'm not... By the way, I love my parents. They raised me real well, and my upbringing was good. But they did go a little easy on me in the chores department. That's all I'm saying. They let me get away with a little bit too much, and they let me get away with it because I did well in school. And it's... Admittedly, I think it's actually sort of fair, you know? It's like, I don't care what he does with his free time, really, as long as he's getting good marks. But what that meant is that I could pull the, you know, I'm too busy to clean my room card. And the suckers would actually believe me from time to time. We gotta check. Could be Guppy. Anyway, I don't wanna banter too much. That's not what these videos are about. These videos are about high octane Binding of Isaac plays, okay? And somehow we're still holding in here. I forget if this would be win 6. I think this would be win 6. I've been hit. Safe. Okay. Because I got no problem pressing the space bar, but if we're 1 millisecond away from being done with the room, let's not. I think this one is one of the more shaky lost runs we've got, but just because you're shaking on the way up doesn't mean you can't complete the rep, you know what I mean? Like, we are actually remarkably safe as well. Please don't telefrag me, just be killed. Thank you. We're remarkably safe as well. It's hard to kill us if we actually choose to press the spacebar when we get hit, which that time I certainly will. Especially if there's other, like, battery charges available. I mean, I thought about not taking it because maybe we could use Blank Rune there, but... Dude, now Black Rune, that would kick it right now. Turn all these pedestals we're uninterested in to something. Turn them in There's something more useful. Do you know? It's called Coldplay, sweetheart. Look it up, etc., etc. I think we should check because we got a full charge. Just paying very close attention. Make sure I haven't taken damage in there because obviously that would be real bad. Right now, oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Right now, everything's hunky-dory. Just keep holding it together. Luck up? Just a single luck upgrade. Alright, never mind. I just realized we have 5 luck. So you know what? Don't sweat it. I'm full. Okay. Should be closing in. The boss fight. Always checking to see if we're getting stat bonuses there. Even if we're not, like, I'm not upset about it. Death's List is really just ambiently, occasionally hooking me up. No reason to gulp. No reason to gulp, no trinket. No reason to gulp, it's empty. No reason to gulp for no reason. No reason to run with me, yeah. Na 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 na. Okay, see you later. That's No Reason to Gulp, a completely original song, Do Not Steal, by yours truly. I will admit, it is tempting to just use Blank Rune by itself. Run. I don't believe we've been hit. It's really, there's no reason not to use it, except that I feel like we're totally fine. The reason I would use it is for algaes, really. We did get a damage bonus there. And the Bracanos are, like, you know, also nice. This is like a sincere why not sort of moment right now. As long as you have one left, everything else is totally cool. If you could just get, like, as many flies as possible for the next floor. Just don't crash the game. The more the merrier. We're never going to get to 0, so just remove that from your mind. Let's get out of here. I'm actually concerned that we could crash the game if we keep that up. And I'm just going to take my items. I'm not going to worry about any sort of Yera shenanigans, okay? That's not for me to do. There's probably all sorts of zany things you could do. You know what's one zany thing you could do? Try to start a streak as a character who, if you get hit twice on any given room, you die. And then keep it up for 6 episodes. How's that for Zane? You want some built-in Zane? There you go. Hello. My son has been a little afraid today because of the strange noise that the smoke alarm made earlier. I'm just setting the scene. He seems fine now. He's been begging for wet food, so he's back to normal. But he was like, I told you in your chat, he was climbing my leg like a tree. He was like, don't go! I don't know if I mentioned it in the Isaac video, so people watching might be like, what's going on? But, like, literally the noise from our smoke detector was just like a faint little, like... Just like, all, not inaudible, but hard to hear unless you're listening for it. But it drove my son insane.
Yeah, he was so low, I couldn't even hear it from the living room.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what was happening, and I'm like, why are you so low on the ground? And I went to my office, I'm like, oh, I hear it now. I was like, ooh. Are you also moving around the bathroom?
Okay, so I'm gonna set the scene for the audience again. We have a cat toy that looks like a piece of poop. A piece of cat poop specifically. I did not move it. I saw it in the bathroom though. I think Tomo plays with it and he knocks it into the bathroom.
Because it was next to the toilet and now it's at the entrance. And I'm like, is Ryan trying to get me?
Well, how did you know it was next to the toilet?
Because I saw it next to the toilet.
Or did you put it there to try to prank me?
No, it was like right next to the toilet. I'm just like, oh, is Ryan trying to prank me? Well, he didn't get me. And now it's in the entrance of the end.
I don't respect pranks, so I will never prank you. Oh, Kate, you want to see something special? So we're the Lost, right?
Yeah.
Hard character. Maybe. Some people think there's a hard character.
Dab. Let's go.
7 lost wins in a row.
Dab.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I'm Sick Radio. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. We will see you next time. See ya!